apologies if you answered this while you were in Phoenix, but when Monty got the job, what was just sort of your first thought, and how happy were you for him?
Oh, very happy. Obviously, I thought he'd done a hell of a job down in New Orleans. Obviously, this is an unforgiving business. After leading that team to the playoffs and lots of different things going on down there, I was really happy for him. Obviously, he and his family have been through so much, and I think his spirituality, his belief have really helped him and his family get through that tough time. So, Monty's a hell of a coach, but he's a better person. And I know people say that all the time, but it's real with Monty Williams. He's a hell of a guy, hell of a coach, and really happy that he's getting another chance to lead a team and lead a franchise.
When I talked to him last year, he talked to me about the coaches' retreats and some of the ways that bonded you guys all. What were some of your favorite memories from those?
Well, so that coaches' retreat was fantastic. We actually went down to who we thought was going to be our owner, Gary Schwest, and then that didn't happen, and we were owned by the NBA. So it was a crazy first year, and then obviously, Chris wound up leaving, David left, and I wound up leaving after that first year. But the coaches' retreat was down on the Gulf of Mexico. It was really like a mansion on water, this boat. We went fishing, had meetings. There was an arcade on the boat, and I think I kept everybody up all night because I was in there playing arcade games. But Monty was a guy, he'd be kicking me out of the office, telling me to go home because he understood the importance of family. And that's the kind of person he is. He goes, I'm not going to have your wife mad at me because you're at the office all day. So go home, be a husband, be a father, and that's what he values, and I appreciate that.
What arcade game were you playing all night?
Oh, it was one of those deer hunter games. So every time, that's what was keeping everybody up. They heard that all the time. So if it was like Miss Pac-Man, they wouldn't have heard me. But it was a deer hunter.
Coach, when you were in Phoenix, you talked about, and no disrespect to that Suns team, but playing down to the competition. Now with Ayton being out in this game, how do you approach, dictating as the Denver Nuggets out there?
Obviously, I think my first few years, that was an issue of ours, right? I mean, not getting up for every game and maybe looking past certain teams. And if you want to be a championship contending team, that can never be the case. You can never play down to anyone's level. And who are we to say that in the first place, right? We haven't done anything. So for us, it's no matter who we play, no matter who's available, who's not available, we have to bring it. And we have to play the right brand of basketball. If you watch that Sacramento game that Phoenix opened the year off with, they played extremely hard. They have grit, they have toughness. They are a terror on the defensive end. They forced 27 turnovers for 35 points. They scored 27 points in transition. So we have to be in our game. Right now, all 30 teams feel like they have a chance. As you go through the season and the reality sets in for some teams, you get it. But right now, everybody's bringing it, and it's going to be a fight tonight, and we have to understand that. And Ayton not playing, obviously, you feel bad for that situation, for him, for their team, but somebody else is going to step up. I mean, Frank Kaminsky killed us in the preseason, so we have to be ready to guard, whether it's Aaron Baines, Kaminsky, Saric, and any other players that may step up and do your job to the highest level that you're capable of.
Coach, in Portland, you went back to the starters early in the fourth with Jeremy in there. And I'm just curious, what would you like about that group, and what do you think they did that just kind of clicked and helped you guys get some momentum?
Well, the Blazers closed the third and opened the fourth on a 21-6 run. So obviously, you want to trust your bench and let them play. They were great in the first half of our bench. They got us kind of back in that game after a slow start, but went back to the starters and kept Jeremy in there for a while. Those guys got stops. Call a timeout. Jeremy hits a quick three. Our defense in the fourth quarter was tremendous, held them 37% from the field, 22 from three-point line. So we got stops, we scored, we executed, and Nicole took over. And then obviously I wound up getting Paul back in for Jeremy, but we need our bench, we need our starters to play more consistent basketball.
You guys shot 32%, I believe, on two-point attempts and 56% on three-point attempts. When you review that, how happy were you with the quality of shot selection you guys got?
Well, the threes, that was tremendous. Obviously, we struggled to make shots from the perimeter in the preseason. So, and more importantly, Mike, I love how we got the threes. A lot of paint threes in there. We shot the paint threes at a very high clip. So, not just coming down jacking shots, but getting the right kind of three-point shots, which was terrific. The shots inside the paint, that was a little concerning in our inability to finish. They dominated us, so we won the game, but as I told them afterwards, don't accept in victory what you wouldn't accept in defeat. Too many turnovers. They dominated the paint, and they dominated the glass, and that can't happen. But continue to attack, get to the rim, finish. And if we try to play in the crowd tonight, it's going to be a turnover, a steal, layup. We have to trust the pass. We have to trust each other, and get to the paint and finish at a high clip. And we didn't do that in game one.
How do you balance trust in each other, but guys are also trying to get into a rhythm right now? Because you're trying to make the extra pass and find the right guy, but these guys are trying to get their shots up to find their rhythm, right?
Yeah, and hopefully what I really believe is that, there's karma on the court. The basketball gods. If you make the right play, the ball's going to find you back. And if you're jacking shots to find your own rhythm, well, you're going to upset the team rhythm, and that can't happen. Part of our culture is being a selfless team. Hey, if the ball's not finding you tonight, keep on making the right play, because eventually it will find you, because it rewards the right kind of behavior. And I think our guys understand that. So when you have a chance to make a play, take a shot, look to attack, do so. But tonight, really, we have to really think, trust the pass, early pass, easy pass, get off the ball. Because if you play in that crowd, the way they turn teams over, Ricky Rubio is an underrated defender. Guy has great hands. Kelly Oubre is a guy, he's a disruptive force out there. Mikal Bridges, same type of a thing. So our ability to value the ball tonight is going to be the most important thing, because if we do that, that hopefully allows us to slow them down and force them to play a little bit more half court.
Back at home, defending the best home court in the NBA. Just what are your emotions playing in front of these Nuggets fans again?
Oh, it's one, I feel awful that, obviously we're still not able to watch. I think it's great that opening night in Portland was ESPN. I know they're airing tonight's game on one of the local stations, which is great, so our fans can watch us play. But I told our players, we've got a responsibility now. You're coming off of a 34 home win season, best home record in the NBA. Our fans are coming out to see us and support us, and we have to be responsible enough to give them what they're asking for. That's playing hard, that's competing, that's playing together and being unselfish and playing the right way. And if we do that, I think that will lead to the results that we all desire.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.